Welcome. Today, let's talk about Sun in Cancer, Moon in Pisces for 2025. So, we have Sun in Cancer, that means we are creating new actions, expressions, and visions that deal with new emotions, new feelings, new spiritual purposes, and new places of comfort and familiarity. The Moon is in Pisces, so that means that we are being more mutable and adaptable with our feelings, emotions, attractions and imaginations that have something to deal with wisdom, knowledge, expansion, creativity, love, connection, the ability to transmute and alchemize, and the ability to attract, be attracted, or even be attached. So that's a trine today, though a trine between the sun and the moon. So, a gift to see our emotions and feelings, a gift to act on our emotions and feelings, a gift to see upon the world our emotions and feelings, a gift to let our emotions and feelings perturb or connect way more to our actions. And you might be seeing others through your own lenses a bit too much today. You might be overplacing your feelings and emotions over some logical and real perspectives, and you might be getting some notions, getting some indications that are not really real, but are about your dreams and illusions, about your feelings and emotions. Anyway, anyhow, I think it's a good trine. Let's go a bit deeper into it. We have the Sun in Cancer, which is ruled by the Moon, and Jupiter is exalted in Cancer as well. So, once again, our actions and expressions might be more directly connected to our feelings and emotions, places of comfort, and how we are reacting to what we attract. Also, with Jupiter being exalted, our actions and expressions might take us or might make us look like we're going too far when it comes wisdom and knowledge, when it comes to expansion, traveling, and expressing our own testimonies. And when it comes to the moon in Pisces, Pisces is ruled by Jupiter, co-ruled by Neptune, and Venus is exalted in Jupiter. So today we have way more the feeling or the need to expand, travel, and connect, but more on an internal and spiritual level. Also, we might be reacting and responding to grand emotions, grandiose visions, illusions, collective generational trauma, collective and generation gifts and talents. And we might be confusing, we might be going too deep into the world's emotions and feelings, into the world's vibes because of the mutable aspect of Pisces and because it's water and because Venus is exalted. So we might be going too far when it comes to committing, loving, and appreciating ours and others' feelings and emotions, dreams and illusions, wisdom and knowledge. And when it comes to the connection, we might go too far because we might be feeling that we are getting wisdom and knowledge. We might getting some good experiences from connections and how certain people keep validating toxic experiences or toxic relationships, for an example. But in a positive way, it's very good because you can see more clearly how you need to adapt and alchemize certain emotions and feelings so you can expand on your spiritual purpose and spiritual business. Also, it's easier for us to feel connected, to feel some good vibes, and to feel like we are in all possibilities if you were already acting on your purpose, on your uniqueness and individuality, and if you're ready to create some new feelings, emotions, and new places of comfort when it comes to express, see, and being seen in a more emotional, purposeful, and spiritual way. And let's see what tarot card we had for today. Today is a moon day, so we're reacting even more to our emotions and feelings, or maybe not reacting, just paying more attention, we more aware, or we being more influenced by ours and others' feelings and emotions because of the mutable aspect of Pisces. But the tarot card for today is the Nine of Wands. So this means that we have the opportunity, that we are in a space that we can elevate our feelings, our actions and expressions, our visions, our imaginations, and our wisdom and knowledge when it comes to being ourselves and expressing our uniqueness and individuality. You also might be able to elevate how you perceive and make sense of spiritual events. You might be able to elevate how you feel about yourself, life, and things In general, you might be able to elevate how you are acting and envisioning your spiritual purpose, and you might also elevate the ability to be connected to all possibilities. And what's the best way to use this space and this opportunity? Let's check with a Dragon Oracle deck. And the card we got for today was Thor's Red and Black Dragon. So this means that Thor is Jupiter. Red means passion, motivation, or frustration. Black means internal or focusing in your own space. And gold means expressing or being unique or being seen as unique or valuable. So with the Thor's red, black, and gold dragon, it's telling us to focus in our own expansion, in our own travels that make us or derive from passion or aggressiveness, then focus in our own experiences, in our own perspectives, and then express or envision ourselves in a unique and individual way about those experiences, the outcomes, the feelings, the travels, and the imaginations, the wisdom and knowledge that came out of that. And that's how you're going to elevate your spirit. That's how you're going to elevate your spiritual perspective and spiritual feeling, or feeling about your spirituality, I mean, in the best way possible. Is to expand, yes, but focus in things that make you creative or you passionate or frustrated about. Focus in your own conclusions and then express them in a unique, individual, and valuable way. And let's take a look at how this water trine is aligning with the rest of the natal chart. We have Sun in Cancer, Moon in Pisces, and we have right there Mercury in Leo. So we are thinking, communicating, and analyzing in fixed or stubborn ways about what we like to pay attention to, what we like to receive attention from, about what we like to entertain and what we like to be entertained by, and in general, your how you are seen, how you see yourself, how you obtain validation, and how you obtain pleasure, spiritual profit, but keep a consistent image that others and yourself can take seriously, can respect that without bringing the vibes down. So this can help in us expressing our actions or be seen in a good way about our actions, but it's a misunderstanding, an inconjunction between our feelings and emotions. So we might be misunderstanding ours and others' expressions and visions because we're feeling a bit more spiritual, a bit more internal, a bit more expansive, and us and others via body languages, thinking, communicating, and analyzing might be giving the wrong message, as in focusing too much in one space or on themselves or what they like to pay attention to, but they might be trying to connect, they might be trying to expanding. It's just a misunderstanding. Then we also have Venus in Gemini. Fatal attracting the sun, but squaring the moon. So when it comes to our actions and expressions, we can associate them in a more light, logical, and detached way, so that can help make things lighter and make connections and exchange of value faster. But we are learning how to feel more spiritual, how to feel more purposeful, and how to feel more connected while connecting, valuing, and committing in more light and logical ways, because we must use that as a tool, as a help to make our deep feelings or crazy feelings or detached spiritually, not mentally, feelings make sense, so we can connect to the world, to the surroundings, and to our relationships, our new visions and expressions that are more spiritual, while keeping things flowing well, while keeping the flow of information at a good rate, without stepping on the cables, without asking too much from our processor, without asking too much from the Wi-Fi network, because it's a lot of data, it's a lot of research being done, and Venus in Gemini can help the flow of information be light, fast, and cool. Also, we have Mars in Virgo, which is sextiling the sun, but it's opposing the moon. So we have a gift to make our passions and frustrations about reality being organized and being adaptable with our structure. We have an opportunity to initiate new feelings and emotions, new purpose and values into that area, but we might be feeling too disconnected, or like the world is disconnected or against how you or others are being passionate or frustrated when it comes to have a mutable structure, a mutable way to be organized and efficient. Or you might be feeling a balance because you feel connected to all possibilities, you feel connected to spirituality, and then you have the passion, you have the drive, you have the spark to actually make that work, to actually make that efficient, to actually connect that to others and to different areas of your life, while being and the goal being the productivity and the profit. Then we have Jupiter in Cancer conjuncting the Sun, so we can expand our emotions and feelings, we can expand our new perspectives and visions when it comes to spirituality, wisdom, and knowledge. And there is a trine between the Jupiter and the Moon. So there is a gift to expand and to obtain wisdom and knowledge about how we and others associate their feelings and emotions, their imaginations, their creativity, their own internal and spiritual wisdom and knowledge. Then we have Saturn in Aries, squaring the Sun, but fatal attracting the Moon in Pisces. So we are learning how to act in new emotional and spiritual ways about new spiritual but more expressive and more realistic structures, limits, boundaries, networking, and association. And the moon is making us feel more connected, more spiritual, more inspired, and creative about that learning lesson. Then we also have Neptune in Aries, squaring the sun, fatal attracting the moon. So we are learning how to act and see in new emotional and spiritual ways about new feelings, new expressions, and actions that are derived from big subconscious collective archetypes, curses, or gifts. And the moon in Pisces can make us too connected or inspired about that learning process. Then we have Uranus in Gemini, fatal attracting the sun, but squaring the moon. So we are learning how to feel more spiritual, more purposeful, and more creative about communicating, associating, and being logical about change, rebelliousness, and opposition. And also, we are learning how to change into a more logical and detached way when it comes to feelings and attractions that deal with spirituality, attachment, wisdom, and knowledge. And the sun in Cancer helps us initiate those new emotional cycles, those new internal purposes into that wave of change, which is Uranus in Gemini, which is a bit lighter and more logical. And lastly but not least, we have Pluto in Aquarius, fatal attracting the moon, but in conjuncting the sun. So we are misunderstanding ours and others' new spiritual actions and visions when it comes to constructing and building the new world where everybody will have their unique mind ready to express, to be realistic or unique, or they can connect to another unique mind or association which is unique, creative, and still realistic. And the moon in Pisces is making us feel more connected, more scattered, more wise, or more expensive when it comes, or we can see more, we can feel that it's closer the new world where everybody will be connecting and associating their unique way to think, communicate, and analyze. Thank you very much for watching. This was the reading for today. Then the moon will go into Aries and we'll be doing a new daily reading about that. Remember to get readings and consultations with me, leaving a comment using the links on below. Enjoy yourself, and I wish you the best thoughts, ideas, feelings, and emotions, and a whole bunch of individuality, creativity, and responsibility as well. See you next time.